Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. I start off by priming my lid with Urban Decay's anti-aging eyeshadow primer, and that just helps your eyeshadow last longer throughout the day or night. The first shade we'll put on is the transition shade, and this is the color Limit from the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. And yeah, so you just build that up, and it's a nice pink to help the other colors transition well. It's a nice matte color also, so there's not too much shimmer in the crease because we want to add some depth. Then I go in with the shade Strange on the brow bone, and this does have a bit of shimmer in it, but it's nice because we always like a highlight on the under arc of our eyebrow. So I just build that up a little bit. It's a white color, so we don't want it to be too dark because then you look like a clown or something. So yeah, just add that on the bottom of your brow. Then I go back in with that shade Limit that we use as our transition color, just to merge the two colors together to just make sure they're blended out really well. We don't want any gaps in between or any harsh lines, so just adding a bit more of that color to blend it all out. I go back into the crease with the shade Nooner, which is a more mauve color, so a brown based pink. And yeah, so I start building it up from the outer corner. So we want the more intense color to be on the outer corner, and then just dragging it out towards the inner corner. So packing most of the product on the outer corner and then slowly dusting it further towards the inner corner of your eye. Just add like a fade effect, so like we add a lot of depth to the outer corner of your eye to make your eyes look a bit bigger. Then I go back in with that transition color Limit, just to also make sure that Nooner is blended out. So we want to make sure everything is blended out so it merges together. So I go back in with that transition color to make sure everything's nicely blended out. Then I spray my Urban Decay setting spray onto my brush, because we are now going in with shimmer colors on the lid, and it helps them stick on better. I start off with the shade Trick, which is a coppery pinkish based color, and we're going to be using 3 different colors on the lid just so I can get the color that I wanted. So the first shade I put in is Trick. Then I pack on the color Burnout, which is less shimmery, but it's a really nice pink. Yeah, so I just packed that on top of the first color that I put on. And then lastly, I go in with the shade Dust. And I regret bringing your ass to all those after parties. You enjoy yourself too much and you ain't barely started. I just can't invest in shit to end up broken hearted. You say taking pictures just to show them to your bitches, so you can make them jealous. Now I know where you're headed. Man, you stay taking those pictures just to show them. Now I'm just going back in with that color Nooner into the crease to make sure all the other colors are blended out nicely, because again, we don't want any harsh lines. So low key, I just stay out the way. I built a lab up in the crib so I don't leave all day. You always try to rush out when I need you to stay, but don't forget to post a pic of you with your babe. For the outer lower lash line, I mix the color Nooner and Limit together, and I just put those halfway into my eye. And then for the inner corner, I just used whatever was left on the brush that we used on the lid, and I just packed that on because all the colors already mixed in there nicely together. So I just put that on the inner corner of my eye. For my eyes, I'm using an angled brush and my Maybelline Eye Studio Lasting Drama Gel Liner in black. And for this look, I like to have a really thin wing. So quite a long and thin wing. So I've slowed this part down so you can see how exactly I do it. I tried to get the angle as well as I could, so I hope you guys can see it nicely. And for this look, I don't like to take the eyeliner all the way to the inner corner of my eye. I like to drag it just halfway into my eye, or more like 3/4 of the way in, so just at the end of my what do you call that round thing in your eye? I'm sorry, I don't know. So yeah, I slowed it down so hopefully you can see how I do it. Then I just apply some mascara to my upper and lower lashes. This is Essence's Waterproof Volume Boost Mascara. Now I know where you're headed. Man, you stay taking those pictures just to show them to you. Then I'm applying some blush because it is a spring look. You want to look a bit pinky, even though I don't really like blush. In the springtime I do, so I'm just applying some blush, very little. I like very little blush, so you can apply however much you want, but not too much. You don't want to look like you're embarrassed the whole day. Then it's time to highlight. I don't like to wear too much highlight with these pink looks. I prefer that with more like bronze looks. So I'm just applying a little bit of this highlight. Well, it's not highlighter, it's an eyeshadow that I like to use as a highlighter because it's very pigmented. I will link it because I cannot pronounce its name. So yeah, just applying that to the high points of my face. My cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, and my cupid's bow. Take your phone, or you should hide it in your pockets until you get home. Don't wanna see no tweets about the night we shared. Don't wanna hear. Then the most important part of makeup is setting it. So this is my Urban Decay Long Lasting All-Nighter Setting Spray, which I love, and I will forever say how it is literally the holy grail. And then it's onto the lips. I start off by lining and filling my lips with the CoCo Smart Pencil in 1/12. No, I think it's 7/12. Yeah, so I just fill in my lips completely with that lip pencil. Then I go in with my favorite lipstick at the moment, just in the center of my lips. This is MAC's Kinda Sexy. And finally, I finish it all off with the CoCo Super Gloss. This is in the shade 127. It's a very like mauve-y color with a bit of shimmer, but not too much. You don't have to do the gloss if you don't want to. The lipstick is good enough, but I feel like it adds a really fresh look to the whole look. So yeah, you do what suits you best. You're not used to it. If this is the way it is, don't even put me through it. I'm quick to cut it off if you don't believe I do it. You say take pictures, just to show them to your bitches, so you can make them jealous. Now I know where you're headed. Man, you stay taking those pictures